Second quarter about to get underway from Road Stadium, Katy, Texas. Patrick Creighton, the coach, Derek Jones with you. Seven Lakes Spartans with a 14-13 lead over the Morton Ranch Mavericks. Mavericks have the ball 3rd and 5 from their own 30. I set. Pitch. That's Dixon on the right side. He's got nowhere to go. Well defended by the Spartans. And that'll force the Mavericks to punt.
It's outstanding defense out there. You know, we talked about having that contain on the outside. That was actually nice containment, nice pressure to push back the defenders trying to block you. Allows your secondary to come up and assist you in stopping Mr. Dixon. Last time he had a big run on a play similar to that. So it's a nice adjustment the Seven Lakes made. Good defensive stand and getting an opportunity for Morton Ranch to punt for one of the first times in the game.
Coleman to punt. High snap. No pressure. High, very short kick. It'll bounce to the 45, and it bounces off of a Mavericks player at the 41-yard line, and that's where it'll be whistled down. So the Spartans will get strong field position. They're at their own 40 with 11:06 to go before the half. Up a point, 14-13.
Yeah, another break drive opportunity right now for the Spartans. They're up by 1. Another opportunity to get out here and try to build upon what the last drive produced for you.
Spartans taking plenty of time to get set here. Moore in the gun, split backfield. Ball on the near right hash, moving left to right. Jet motion to the left. Moore takes a snap. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, finds a wedge, gets through. He's across the midfield. He's got the first down to the 48-yard line of the Mavericks for the first down.
And that may have been a touchdown saving tackle right there. Once again, Mr. Moore is really quick in that speed game that they run. Once again, zone read to the left-hand side, follow your blocks. And Seven Lakes has something working ever since they put him back there at that quarterback position.
1st and 10 Spartans from the Maverick 48. 10 minutes, 40 seconds to go, second quarter. They lead at 14-13. Two receivers to the right, I set. Pitch back to Sturgis, right side. He's got the 45, runs into a bunch of shirts at the 43. It's a 5-yard pickup.
You see a lot of teams, on the offensive side try to speed the tempo up. When you're playing a team that scores, just as quick as you do or even quicker, if you can slow down the tempo, that's exactly what you want to do.
2nd and 5 from the 43. Two receivers to the right. Moore in the gun. Sturgis to his right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's got looking for room. Goes right, cuts back up the middle. He's across the 40, about the 38-yard line. That could be enough for a first down. They're going to say his knee down at the 39. So a yard shy. 3rd and 1. Two receivers wide right. Moore in the gun. Sturgis to his right. Mavericks really stacking the box. High snap. Moore himself looking through up the middle. He's got the first down, and Moore across the 35 down to the 31-yard line. And it looked like that was going to be bottled up, but somehow Moore found a little hole and bounced into it very quickly.
Yeah, like I say, he's phone booth quick. Once again, he jumps in that hole, behind that blocking. And a lot of times these guys can't see him, and he's not the has the biggest stature. So you get behind those guys, behind your big uglies, and get that first down once again for Seven Lakes.
1st and 10. Ball on the Maverick 32. 8 minutes, 37 seconds. Clock rolling before the half. 2 receivers to the right. Moore in the gun, split backfield. Takes a snap. Gives to Sturgis. On the right side, he's going to be the 30 and maybe the 29 before getting cut down.
Nice tackle way to come up from Darian Young, the corner spot.
2nd and 7. Ball's on the near right hash. Moore getting some signals from the sideline now. Passing instructions on to his lineman. Takes a snap. Gives to Sturgis, right side. He's got room across the 20, inside the 15, and dragged down to the 10-yard line. And the Spartans will have 1st and goal.
Touchdown saving tackle from Darius Bryant, number 11 for Morton Ranch. Sturgis had a nice dive play, bounced to the left, to the right a little bit, kicked back into the middle of the field, and just a show tap tackle from taking it to the end zone.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Timeout on the field. 7:14 to go in this second quarter. Spartans 14, Mavericks 13. This is Texas 6A High School football on Texan Live.
West Point Buick GMC has Black Friday pricing now. Let the savings begin. For a limited time, get $8,000 savings off MSRP on 2015 GMC Yukons. Even 2015 GMC Sierra 1500s for just $25,900. Huge savings and selection only at West Point Buick GMC. Easy to get to on the Katy Freeway. Exit Parker Cypress both ways. We look forward to seeing you soon.
West Point Buick GMC. A better place to buy.
Road Stadium, Katy, Texas. Patrick Creighton, the coach. Derek Jones with you. 7:14 to go, second quarter. Spartans 14, Mavericks 13. Playoff implications on the line here tonight. Spartans, 1st and goal from the Maverick 10. For the Mavericks, they win, they're in. For the Spartans, they win. They're only in if they win by 12 or more.
Yeah, and all that predicates off of the early season loss to Tompkins. One of those games that, you hate to lose. Once again, little brother, so to speak. Some say that around here, big brother, Seven Lakes. But that caused you to have to win by a certain point differential. It's just a win is usually the key, but it counts tonight.
That game might be the upset of the year in 19-6A.
And I agree with you.
2 receivers left. Moore in the gun, split backfield. Takes a snap. Gives to Sturgis. Right side is going to be grabbed in the backfield. Spins out of one tackle but can't avoid any others. He's going to lose a yard. And he had to do some work to only lose 1.
Yeah, he had to do a lot of work to get that 1 yard. And Morton Ranch sees the running game all season long. They practice it. So they're really good with flowing to the ball and a lot of pursuit. Linebackers are coming up. Safeties are coming up. So
2 receivers right. Moore on the gun. Sturgis to his right. From the 11. Here comes a blitz. Fakes the handoff. Moore heading towards the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Spartans. Moore with another terrific ball fake. Carry a defender 5 yards to the end zone.
Another big-time run for Mr. Moore. I mean, he's done it all season long. He's been a leader for the Spartans, not only in the receiving game, and they moved him back to quarterback now. I mean, he's a one-man show back there in that backfield. Him and Mr. Sturgis every now and then jumping in with his big-time runs. But nice answer for Seven Lakes.
Kevin Boudreau-Bostic on the wrong end of that drag. Extra point is up. and good. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining before the half. Spartans extend the lead to 21-13. This is Texas 6A High School football on Texan Live. Six minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first half. Brian Moore dragging defenders into the end zone. 11-yard touchdown run. Spartans, who need to win by 12. Well, right now they lead by 8, 21-13, 6:20 to go in the first half. Seth Smalls on to kick it off. Steps into one end over end, and it'll. Wow. That bounce out of bounds at the 1. No, did he fielded that ball? How do you field that ball in the corner? That is a brain cramp.
Well, a lot of times when you're running, you're looking up at the ball at the same time, and running, you kind of run out of real estate. Kind of like in basketball when you're getting ready to shoot that three-point shot, and you kind of have your foot on the line, you're out of bounds, and everybody's like, "Why did you get out of bounds?" Well, sometimes your momentum kind of carries you on that. I mean, he ran a long way to catch that ball. Michael
White ran towards the sideline, fielded the ball at the 1-yard line, and stepped out of bounds. I imagine he did not get a friendly talking to on the sideline.
No, probably not.
1st and 10 from the 1-yard line. Handle looking for room. Off the left side is Dixon, and maybe he got a yard.
See, now the defense can definitely tee up. I mean, you're on the 1-yard line. There's only so many plays you can run, and more than likely, a lot of them are just going to be dive or quarterback sneak. You're so close to the end zone.
The 2nd and 9 from the 2. I set. Looks like Michael White is the tailback. He takes the handoff up the middle. He finds himself a wedge across the 10. He's got a first down to the 12-yard line.
Michael White on the run.
That's a great run. That's exactly what you want to have happen. You couldn't ask for anything else. Find a little crease on a simple dive play. Linebacker's a little bit out of position. Nice blocks from your line. Get you a first down, move the chains out. Now you can open up your offense just a little bit.
You know, when you're the guy who stepped out of bounds on the 1, feels good to be able to, churn out 10 yards.
Yeah, you're right. Kind of redeem yourself a little bit.
1st and 10 from the 12. Clock rolling, 5:15 first half. 21-13 Spartans. Hernandez on the rollout, looking to throw deep down the left side. Open, it's caught across the 50 by Aaron Solomon to the 45-yard line. Big strike by the Mavericks.
That's a big-time play, big-time pass. You have to do that to at least loosen up the defense. Seven Lakes has been putting a lot of guys in the box because right now, so far, Morton Ranch hasn't shown the ability to throw the ball, kind of similar to what Morton Ranch is doing to them, the same scheme on the defensive side. So you have to throw that ball deep. Now Seven Lakes has to respect that deep pass just a little bit more.
Dylan Love on the tackle. 1st and 10 Mavericks from the Spartan 45. I set. Hernandez keeps it himself, right side across the 40. About the 38-yard line. 7-yard pickup. Be 2nd and 3. Clock rolling. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this first half. Mavericks trail by 38, 21-13. I set. Dixon's the deep back. Hernandez keeps it himself. He's got the first down, runs over his own lineman, and brought down about the 31-yard line. That's enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, another nice drive. Right now they have 7 Lakes on their heels. Once again, that pass loosened up the defense, and now you have to read a little bit more than what you want to read. It's a nice drive so far from Morton Ranch.
1st and 10 from the Spartan 31-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. 2 receivers to the left. I set. Dixon up the middle. He's got room. Breaks free. 10-5 touchdown Mavericks.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight. I can definitely see that right now. That's another big-time run from Mr. Dixon. One of the keys of the game, you have to wrap up, not only play sound defense, but you have to wrap up. These guys are strong, especially lower body, that lower core. If you don't wrap up, you're going to want to get run over or 2 to get run away from.
31-yard touchdown run. Mavericks are going to go for 2. Look for the tie here. I set. Dixon's the deep back. They give it to Dean. The fullback powers his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Elijah Dean, 5'9", 200 pounds of destruction on that play. He stood up a linebacker and kept moving forward.
Yeah, let's get out of my way. The train's moving right now, and you're on the tracks, and that's not where you want to be. Extra point is good. Wow.
3:45 to go in this first half. 31-yard touchdown run, followed by the 2-point conversion. We're tied at 21. This is Texas 6A High School football on Texan Live. Folks, tune into the Fox Sports Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chen, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with all the week's football action. It's the Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. .31-yard touchdown run by Dartavius Dixon. We're tied at 21 after the 2-point conversion by Elijah Dean. Joseph Batiste to kick it off. Short kick, fielded at the 9. 10, 15, 20, cutting across the field. Oh, wow, he got blasted at the 29-yard line. That was foot removal because his feet were removed from the ground when he was hit.
Yeah, a little old school called a decleater. Take your feet from underneath you. Wow, that's a big-time hit from Morton Ranch. They already had a touchdown. I'm sure they had momentum and excitement, but a big hit like that, I mean, film study is going to be exciting for those guys tomorrow when they look at that.
3:38 to go in the first half. We're tied at 21. Two receivers to the right, moving left to right. Ball close to the near right hash. Moore in the gun, split backfield. Sturgis to his left. Takes a snap. Give us to Sturgis, and he'll scoot through the middle for about a yard or two, about the 31.
Nice tackle from Sean Williams, number 3, one of the linebackers.
They'll give him to almost the 32-yard line, so we'll call it 2nd and 7. Not a lot of sense of urgency here from the Spartans. The clock ticks down, 3:10 and counting. Two receivers to the left. Moore in the gun. Sturgis to his left. High snap. Keeps it himself, and he's going nowhere. He was sniffed out. He'll fall forward maybe to the other side of the 32, but that's about it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but he is really strong, especially lower body. I mean, that's where he gets all that speed from. It's a nice leg movement on that, but it's going to set up a 3rd and long for the Spartans.
3rd and 6 as they'll give him the 33-yard line. 2:20 to go, clock rolling. Really long huddle period here for the Spartans. Don't understand why there's no sense of urgency. You should be in the hurry up here, trying to get a score before the half. And now timeout by the Mavericks. 2:05 to go, first half. We're tied at 21. This is Texas 6A High School football on Texan Live.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Fans, Texan Live is your new home for Houston High School sports. 3 games on tap tomorrow. Get started with an early 11 a.m. kick as the undefeated Katy Tigers face the undefeated Cinco Ranch Cougars with the District 19 6A title on the line. Elsewhere, Barbers Hill takes on Kingwood Park, and the Nightcat as Tompkins faces Katy Taylor. Texan Live, your new home for Houston High School sports. 3rd and 6 from their own 33, 2:05 to go before the half. Moore in the gun, Sturgis to his right. Here comes jet motion to the left. Takes a snap, almost lost it. Moore keeps it himself, and he's going to be short of the first down. He's across the 35 to about the 38, and he's a solid yard short. 4th and 1. Minute 45, clock going. Coach, would you go for it here?
They have to. Right now, they haven't figured out the ability to stop Morton Ranch. They hadn't stopped them yet, so you have to go for it. If not, they're going to score once again.
Under center, I set. Moore keeps it himself, gets behind his center, and they push the pile forward across the 40-yard line to convert the first down. If you go for it there and you don't get it, you're giving the ball up with 81 seconds and a very short field.
Yeah. You're exactly right, but that's one of those catch-22s. I mean, if you kick the ball to them, you can't stop them. You know, if you don't move the ball, then they're still going to get the ball and still going to score, whether it's 70 yards or whether it's 40 yards. I mean, so they had to keep that drive going, and they're trying to score because they get the ball back in the second half.
1st and 10 from the 41. Moore looking for room, bounces off a tackler. He's got the first down across midfield. The Maverick 48. 50 seconds on the clock. Winding, they have 1 timeout remaining.
That's a nice tackle from Kevin Bostic.
2 receivers right. Moore in the gun, offset I right, takes a snap, rolls right, looks to throw. Points, throws, it's complete at the 41-yard line. Cam Thompson with the catch. And timeout on the field. 23 seconds to go in this first half. We're tied at 21. Now, Coach, where is the comfort zone? If you're the head coach of the Spartans, where is the comfort zone for you? Where do you need to get to for a viable field goal attempt?
Well, they have an outstanding kicker. I mean, he can boot it from about 52 to 53. I know that sounds kind of extraordinary for high school, but he can boot it 52, 53. But you don't want to take that chance, and if you can, you would like to get him in between that 40 to 45-yard range if you can.
So would you say the 25-yard line is
Yeah.
is the beginning of that zone.
Yeah,
you want to
that's-
hit the 25.
If you can, but you don't have any timeouts now. I mean, you're going to have to definitely move quicker than what you're doing. If you complete anything in the middle of the field, I mean, to try to spike the ball, it has to be quick, or you have to run something that's out of bounds, some kind of out route.
23 seconds remain. 2nd and 3 from the 41. 2 receivers each side. In the gun. Taking the snap, throwing over the middle of the ball. It's popped up into the air and incomplete. That time they brought Dalton Wood in, the quarterback. And Moore was actually the intended receiver.
Yeah, normally with this offense, I mean, he is the big time receiver that goes out and makes those kind of plays. So, you know, if you see him back there, I mean, you're definitely going to probably get him going deep.
3rd and 3, 18 seconds remain. Cam Thomas is the quarterback. Takes a snap. Here comes pressure. It's a screen. They dump it to Sturgis. He's got room across the 30 and out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 11 seconds to go.
That's a very smart play. Once again, something safe, something comfortable. You don't have to try to force the ball deep. They got lucky on that play before. That could have easily been an interception to end that drive. So let those defensive guys come up the field and hit Mr. Sturgis on the screen. Nice play.
2 receivers each side. Moore lined up wide on the right side. Thomas in the gun. Sturgis to his right. Takes the snap, rolls right, fires. It's complete and out of bounds. Nice quick throw there to Moore. He gets out of bounds at about the 22. Only 3 seconds elapsed on that play. 8 seconds still on the clock. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, there's that quick out route we're talking about. Stop the clock, and just like you and I discussed, I mean, he's in that range now.
And they're going to line up the field goal here. This is going to be a 38-yard attempt. For Farewell. Snap, set, kick, it's up. Has the distance, and it is good. 38-yard field goal by Farewell. And the Spartans take a 24-21 lead. 4 seconds remain in the first half. This is Texas 6A high school football on Texan Live.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. Which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes, what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread. Live consciously. Eat deliciously.
38-yard field goal by Nathan Farewell has the Spartans on top, 24-21 with 4 seconds to go before the half. Patrick Creighton, the coach, Derek Jones with you live from Rhodes Stadium in Katy, Texas, a game with big playoff implications. Mavericks need a win to get in, and they lock it down. Spartans need a win, but they have to win by 12. Otherwise, the Mavericks can still squeak in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. That puts a lot of extra pressure. I mean, you normally just want to go out and win the game, but now you have to win with stipulations.
They'll kick it end over end out the back of the end zone. So the Mavericks will get one more play, 1st and 10 from their own 25. In that situation, would you have considered squibbing it? Just on the ground, right up the middle?
Right up the middle, yeah. I think that might have been the better option. That way you don't give this Morton Ranch team an opportunity to run the ball again. But normally in a situation like this, you come out on the offense, you just take a knee. I mean, you've had a really good first half. You want to be safe. You don't want any kind of miscues. And, I mean, you see Seven Lakes going back deep as a precautionary. You know, just run to the half and come back out in the second half and be prepared to play.
Well, they are lining up to take a knee. And end this first half. That's exactly what they do. So at the end of the first half, Seven Lakes Spartans 24, Morton Ranch Mavericks 21. Stay tuned for the halftime show presented by West Point Buick GMC. This is Texas 6A High School football on Texan Live.
Howdy, Eggs. Thanks for all your support this past year. Don't adjust your TV. In support of breast cancer awareness, West Point Buick GMC is donating a portion of every vehicle sale to the American Cancer Society. So if you want a new vehicle, come experience the spirit of Aggieland and help us beat the hell out of cancer too. West Point Buick GMC, easy to get to on the Katy Freeway. Exit Barker Cypress both ways. West Point is just a better place to buy.
West Point Buick GMC, a better place to